to Good Morning Santiago. So glad to have you back with us. Well, it has been a busy time here in this city. First of all, we're in the first week of the new year. So we had New Year's Eve, and that brought the closing of the Holy Door, which, as you probably recall, the Holy Door was open not for just 1 year, but 2 full years. So with the closing of the Holy Door, I just wanted to point out we're now standing right at the main entrance. If you're going to go into the cathedral just for a tour or you're going to go to Mass, this is the door you now take. Right now, though, I wanted to point out I am standing in one of the most iconic photo taking places in all of Old Town. For those of you that have walked the Camino, do you know where I'm standing? Do you have a photo here? That's right. I'm standing right where the Shadow Pilgrim is. So let me show you. If you've never seen the Shadow Pilgrim, here's a photo of him, right? So you can only get this iconic photo in the evening. And it's really, there aren't any signs pointing it out. Walkers have a really tough time finding this location, but so you'll be in the know if you haven't ever seen the Shadow Pilgrim. Here are the doors that you come out. If you have visited the cathedral for a museum tour, these are the doors that you come out of. And so you'll know it's right here. So we are standing in Plaza Quintana, right? And if you look over to my left, you will see the convent. So that's how you know where the Shadow Pilgrim is. So the last week of the year, we ended with Christmas, and I thought things were going to slow down here in Spain. But in actuality, the country of Spain is way busier after Christmas Day until January 5th, which is the start of the celebrations for Three Kings. So, Santiago, last night, I think almost everyone that lives in Santiago was in Old Town watching the procession with the Three Kings coming into the square. It was beautiful. I'll show you some pictures right here of it. What a sight. There were so many people celebrating. Kids were so excited. There was candy being thrown everywhere. I really think adults were just as excited. It was a really, really fun procession. We're standing outside of the Holy Doors, and you can see the gate now is back in front of the Holy Door. The Holy Door is just right through there. You can see the glass door now is closed. First time it's been closed in over 2 years. So for everyone living here in Santiago, it feels a little strange to have this door closed after it being open for 2 years. So normally the Holy Door is only open for 1 year, and that happens whenever St. James Feast Day falls on a Sunday. So that was actually in 2021. The Holy Door opened the night before on New Year's Eve, right? So in 2020. And then the door was open all of 2021. But because of COVID, the Pope declared that, you know what, we're going to keep it open another year so that when pilgrims are able to come back into Spain, they'll be able to enter the Holy Door. So we got 2 years. The door won't be open again until 2027. So if you are hoping to walk through the Holy Door as a pilgrim, make sure you plan your trip for 2027. All right, so we are standing in Quintana de Mortos. It's named Mortos because at one time this was actually a cemetery. But actually, it feels very lively usually here. In the summer, this is where so many parties and concerts are held. So it's a very lively place, but nevertheless, that's what it's called. All right, so we're going to be turning and heading up the steps. And when we get to the top of the steps, we will actually be in a new square called Quintana de Vivos, which is life, right? The Plaza of Life. So let's head up there. We're actually heading towards a wonderful cafe called Cafe Literarios. And Cafe Literarios is a wonderful cafe. In the summer, the grapevine up there is just beautiful. I'll show you a photo here of that. But all times of the year, this cafe is really fun to visit. And one of my favorite things to do here is to get queimada. And let me show you a few photos of the queimada that we had over the summer with some friends. It is just a fun place. It's a fun drink to get when you're in Galicia. Just recommend that you have 5 or 6 people with you when you order it because it's a lot to drink and it's really strong. So if you do decide to come to Cafe Literarios to get queimada, I highly suggest Syne of Suso can do the ceremony because he does a phenomenal job and makes it so much fun. Now, let's move on to winter time. Some of you may be considering a winter pilgrimage, and if you are, we invited Anne Bourne to give you a few tips about walking in the winter. Let's hear from Anne.
Hi, I'm Anne Bourne, and I want to give you 5 reasons to walk the Camino de Santiago in the winter. Reason number 1, low airfare. You want to buy tickets to Spain when nobody else wants to go on vacation, and that would be November, December, January, February, and March. Reason number 2, no sweat. The temperature in northern Spain during those months is rarely above 55 degrees. And I can promise you, you're also likely to find that it's 55 degrees indoors, so you'll bundle up. Reason number 3, no tourists. The people that clog all of the museums and the cathedrals and the streets and the shops that drive you crazy when you're trying to walk and consider what's going on, they're not going to be there. They'll be back in April. Reason number 4, no crowds. Not only are the tourists gone, but there are very, very few pilgrims. And the number of pilgrims getting their Compostelas every day drops from 5,000 to around 50 when you get to the middle of January. Reason number 5, wonderful festivals. December 8th is the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. And when I walked through Santo Domingo de la Calzada, the entire area around the cathedral was turned into a medieval marketplace. There are Christmas markets in Madrid and Burgos and León and Santiago, and they're wonderful because they give you a sense of the real Spain at Christmas, during Advent, during New Year's, and especially for Three Kings. Those are my 5 reasons to walk the Camino de Santiago in winter. I'll grant you, winter walking isn't for everyone, but if you think you might like to try it, try it. What do we say? Buen Camino!
Down to the other side of Cafe Literarios. And I wanted to show you this long wall here. Today, this is the building that houses the convent. It used to be a Benedictine monastery, but now it is a convent. But one of the things I love about it is we've got the bench down here, and everybody loves to sit there when the sun is out. So let's head down there. I want to show you a few other things that I think can be easily missed is this memorial that is right up here on the wall of the convent. And this is a memorial of this group of university students that actually joined in the effort to fight off Napoleon. Every day I'm still seeing pilgrims walking into the city, but of course it has slowed down because it's been cold and oh so rainy here. We are still waiting for the final year-end count, but a lot of people at the pilgrim office are on vacation, and do they ever deserve a vacation right now, right? It has been a busy year for them. We imagine that the final numbers will be out sometime next week, so in one of the next episodes, I'll give you final counts for the year. Next up on the show, we have Maria Seco. She's going to talk about Three Kings Day. Let's hear from Maria.
Feliz Navidad, everyone. You know, we don't finish Christmas here in Spain until January 6th. That's when we traditionally have always got our presents. We now get also presents from Santa, but that's fairly recent. Traditionally, it's always January 6th, and the ones who bring the presents are the wise men, or in Spanish, Los Reyes Magos. Los Reyes Magos. There are 3 of them, and their names are Melchor, Gaspar, and Baltasar. So Melchor is the eldest, the one with the white beard. Gaspar is the middle one with the reddish-brown beard, and then the youngest is Baltasar. So kids in Spain will write their letters to the wise men well in advance. They have to be good if they want to get what they're asking for, otherwise they might get a piece of coal. And on the 5th, the wise men arrive in town. There's usually a parade. Most towns organize a parade with the wise men. And then during the night, that's when they leave their present, which you find on the morning of the 6th of January. And that would be the end of our Christmas here in Spain.
So it's a cool day here in Santiago right now. So every table is open, but in the summer, every seat would be taken, mostly by pilgrims, because this is a great spot to have lunch after you come in from your walk. But let's head down. I want to show you a couple of other things here along the plaza. After you arrive from pilgrimage, if you're hungry, this is a very close place to the cathedral to get a bite to eat. And let me tell you, we've got a tapas bar. And oh, wait, another tapas bar. And we also have a souvenir shop here. They're closed because, it's winter. But then we've got this great creperie place that you can grab something to eat as well. And look at the view you could have. I mean, who wouldn't want to eat here? After you walk your pilgrimage, a lot of people want to get a massage, and I have a little insider information for you. There is a great massage place located right here, Quintana Massage. Danny and Jose are fantastic. I only hear great things from other pilgrims. I too love them. So make sure you check them out if you're wanting to get a massage after your Camino. Here's another souvenir shop. And one thing I wanted to point out about this is it's also a place where you can store your luggage, which after you've come in from a walk, you kind of don't want to carry your backpack around the city if you haven't been able to check into your hotel or albergue yet. So this would be a great place to do that. Or if you're going to go out to Finisterre by bus, maybe you could leave it here as well. As we close out this first episode of 2023, we wanted to take a moment to congratulate everyone that walked last year. And we want to wish everyone a happy new year. We hope 2023 brings you to Santiago. We can't wait to welcome you back here, and we look forward to all the great things that 2023 has in store for everyone. Happy New Year.